Hello, my name is Sherry D. Tomasi with Keysight Technologies. This is part 3 in a video series on addressing Lte-A beamforming test challenges. Be sure to see the first 2 videos about measurement challenges and common measurements. As you may recall from the first 2 videos, the increasing number of antennas and the need for precise synchronization creates a very challenging test environment for design engineers. Some of the key challenges include the ability to verify and visualize beamforming signals at the RF antenna, the complicated test setup for higher order MIMO like 4x4 or 8x8 configurations, and managing the cost and footprint of the test while the number of antennas continue to grow. Keysight's multi-channel Lte-A Lte Advanced reference solution combines up to 8 6 GHz PXI vector signal generators and up to 8 PXI vector signal analyzers with Keysight's industry-leading application software and multi-channel configuration and calibration tools to accelerate test setup so that you can gain greater insight faster. Now let's walk through a quick demonstration. In this setup, we will use the multi-channel reference solution to set up for a phase-coherent beamforming measurement with time, amplitude, and phase corrections between channels. We will use the Keysight Signal Studio software to create 4 Lte-A TDD compliant signals that will be played out by the 4 phase-coherent PXI VSGs. We will then apply our channel-to-channel corrections and view the corrected beamforming patterns with the 89600 VSA software. Let's start with the Keysight multi-channel configuration utility to set up the instruments for phase-coherent channels. This utility automatically identifies the modules to be included in the multi-channel configuration. Here the VSGs and the VSAs are selected for shared LO configuration, which allows for phase-coherent channels. Now the 4 VSAs and the 4 VSGs and the common LO are selected to be in the multi-channel configuration. Once we have identified the configuration, we select Apply, and the configuration utility configures the instruments for multi-channel operation and routes the PXI backplane triggers to support the phase-coherent synchronization between multiple PXI instruments. Now we could select the Config 89600 button and provide a VSA software configuration name. The configuration utility will then set up the VSAs for 4-channel analysis. We also provide some predefined VSA setups with the reference solution. Let's recall a 4-channel setup for Lte-A TDD beamforming signal using the recall setup feature in the VSA software. Now we need to provide the input signal to measure. The reference solution demo tool can be used to identify the waveform to be played out from a variety of sources. We will use the provided 10 MHz Lte-A TDD signals that can be played out from the PXI VSGs. These waveforms can be customized. On this tab, you have the ability to adjust the RF test settings like frequency and amplitude. These can be useful when characterizing your designs. We play the waveform and see the non-corrected beam pattern. Variations between the signal channels can greatly impact the accuracy of these beam patterns. To correct for time, amplitude, and phase differences between these channels, the Keysight correction utility with the reference solution provides an automated routine that captures baseband measurements at each of the defined frequencies and applies the corrections during the VSA measurements. We load the corrections from the previous calibration and apply. Once the corrections are applied, we can now see the beam patterns with the corrections. Notice that there is a significant difference in the beam patterns with and without the channel-to-channel corrections. This showing the importance of calibration of your beamforming measurement. So as wireless standards continue to evolve to meet customer needs for higher data rates, more capacity on the network, and better quality of service, there will be more and more demand for multi-antenna designs that require precise phase synchronization, including phase-coherent signal generation and phase-coherent measurements for beamforming applications. The Lte-A Lte Advanced multi-channel reference solution provides the essential tools to enable you to get to results quickly and with more confidence. It delivers flexible, scalable solution in a small footprint, up to 8x8 MIMO with excellent channel-to-channel synchronization to support your advanced beamforming applications, and software and configuration tools to accelerate your test setup and time to measurement, allowing you to accelerate Lte-A advanced designs and gain deeper insight faster. Thanks for watching. For more information on this Lte-A advanced reference solution, be sure to visit us on the web.